Alright, this is a continuation of the previous file. It was the wrong bus, so... Excuse me. I stopped making the last video because I thought that was my bus. It wasn't. Now, I don't know how many people out there I'm going to be able to reach. I'm doing what I'm doing for the simple fact, in reference to what they did to me, I don't want them to be able to do to anybody. I was a college student, electrical engineering. I have bachelor's equivalents in drafting, numerous certificates in computer work, and I also had done extensive research in the brain 4.5 years before this expedition even started towards me openly. I'm an extremely educated person, at the risk of sounding vain. And I've also done extensive research on the internet. I'm talking 5 years of extensive research on the internet in reference to this crime. And the type of technologies and the capabilities of these technologies that the perpetrators have. Remote neural monitoring, remote neural influencing, remote neural stimulating, electronic harassment, and open physical gang stalking. Sometimes I have to make these videos on the fly, which means I have to make them when I'm along my routes. So please disregard the fact that I smoke. And I want to explain something to everybody. The reason why I don't have dentures is because gang stalkers literally stole my teeth. They literally stole my teeth. And so, you know, I'm doing this to help everybody. I'm doing this to help the poor, the middle class, and even the wealthy. And the reason why I say that is because whenever you go to an ear, nose, and throat specialist, that's where they put one implant at, up through my nasal cavity. And in order to be able to see how it's done, go to Freedom Fighters for America and look on their diagram webpage. Also go to United Targeted Individuals Europe.com, because this technology was developed in America and it's currently being used right now in 6 countries, including America. It's happening to individuals in Europe, Canada, the Philippines, the United States, and in Britain, New England. And it's being done on a huge scale. Now look, there's a manifesto on the internet right now titled "The Gang Stalker Confesses." Gang stalking, which is also called organized stalking, it's not stalking by gangs. Organized stalking is a government-sponsored and protected program. Now, how does organized stalking, gang stalking, fit into all this? The organized stalkers, what they basically do is make sure that the target, like me, and my hundreds of thousands of other Americans right now, are kept track of and harassed along all of the routes. And they're harassed in specific ways that they were harassed with at the beginning of the campaign when the open physical organized stalking started. And this is all done to make the target feel like no matter what state they go to or even what country, they're going to be harassed in the same exact way. Why? Well, because every time a target is harassed in a way they've already been harassed, the body reacts to it. It's called a physiological response. And if you go to UnitedTargetIndividuals.com, I have some printouts of the diagrams they posted on their internet site, and some of them are still there and some of them are gone. But in relation to the physiological responses that are felt in a target's body whenever they're harassed, that in turn causes the body to physiologically respond. And as a result of that, some of the implants are actually activated. I have right now a diagram that literally shows that to be the case. That is one of the reasons why the organized stalking takes place like it does, because the physiological responses end up being programmed, okay? And as a result of them being programmed, neural networks are created. Each one of these neural networks emits a specific bioelectric resonance frequency. That frequency holds a certain literal mathematical equation in reference to the amount of frequency, or the amount of magnetic flux that is generated as a result of this resonance frequency being created, potentiated, reinforced, and kept alive. And so as a result of the neural network that is created, because a neural network controls more than just thought processes, it also is directly neurally connected to the physiological responses, which is your body reacting to anything, and it's also associated with emotional states, motor cortex behaviors in reference to any actions. And so one neural network can literally hold actions, thoughts, emotional responses, brain states, and physiological responses. And so one of the reasons why the repetitiveness, the harassment is perpetrated against the target is to keep that one neural network to keep it excited in order for the implant to be activated. And the implant in itself causes all types of cognitive impairments, like concentration problems, memory problems. It also can literally cause the body to react and store further physiological responses, because the harassments and that are expedited towards the target by the organized gang stalkers are multiple. So this is what we have to understand. My name is Leslie Williams. I write these videos. I make these videos, okay, to help people. I write my blogs and I make these videos to help people understand that doctors, ear, nose, and throat specialists are doing this to people, normal people. I was a college student when this started openly towards me. As a result of what I discovered in the last, from 2005 up until this date, December 12, 2011, I realized that I was actually a human experimentation target my whole life, and they just kept track of me. And that is not uncommon for a lot of current targets of gang stalking, because it's government sponsored. When they implant a person, they keep track of them for multiple reasons. Okay? Why do you think that when hundreds and hundreds of children were implanted in Oakwood? Think about it. Why are they implanting children? Why? With implants, they do not need in any way, shape, or form, and these are brain implants. Why? Because the goal was to use these children over time for specific governmental experimentation and implementation. They get into lives of families and literally break them down. From literally, once your child is implanted, they will host and direct covertly multiple things in order to break down the family. That includes getting the target's father fired from a job, to the point to where they even lose their home because mortgages cannot be paid. Same thing with the wife and the mother. All because the child was implanted without the parents' knowledge. Why? Because they want to make sure that once they get a hold of the child, that the parents will not be able to be there for them, because they will be destitute as well. These individuals, these groups, literally infiltrate your friend circle, all of your family circles, okay, including uncles, siblings, aunts, cousins, anybody that they can, because this is a government-sponsored initiative. Understand this and be clear, fellow citizens. These expeditions that are going on are extremely well-financed, and they are done by members in the community that you would not believe that are part of these programs. Church people that are, I guess, they're doing it against people of the Muslim faith as well. So we're talking about mosques as well. They're infested in charities, churches, all the different types of retail stores and everything that's out there. Alright, I gotta go. My bus is here. I'll finish this later.